Hey guys, welcome back to Baby Souls. So we pick up today in Brightstone Cove, Tessadora. And we start at this, this army encampment. So this area, honestly I want to say this is the most challenging area of Brightstone Cove, Tessadora. Lots and lots of enemies around here. So let's start exploring, and then eventually the goal will be to work our way down this hill, through the chapel, and down there. You can pretty much see the whole level rendered out right before us. So we've got these dudes. These are called peasants. For some reason they have a dark imbued weapon. Don't ask me why. Seems like kind of a powerful thing for a peasant to have. And then we've got all these soldiers. So we don't want to rush in and aggro them all, because this can be a pretty tough fight. And then one of the gimmicks of this game is that you see those pigs. There is a certain load that where these pigs are non-hostile, and they will actually follow you to a certain point where the pig will dig up a secret weapon. I don't even think the weapon's any good, but it's like a pickaxe. And that pickaxe is the hardest weapon to obtain in the entire game. So, if you want to learn how to do that, I highly recommend you go to YouTube. We're certainly not going to be doing it here. But it is basically respawning this level over and over again from the bonfire, and at one point I believe the start position of the pigs will be a little different than it was. Oh. Baby. There we go. Yeah, the start position of the pigs will be a little different than it was. You clear out the level, and then one of the pigs will just, like, follow you around. And then probably the easiest way to do it would be to despawn every enemy in this level except for the pigs. And that way there's zero problem. We just cannot land our blows today. Now, thankfully for this part, one of the easier bosses of the game awaits us next. So if we usually go through all our Estus, it's not really that big of a deal. And then another thing with the pigs is if you kill them enough times, they spawn into bigger pigs. And I forget if it's the 3 pigs become 1 pig, or it's 3 bigger pigs. But yeah, that's also a little game you can play. So I think we got them all. Baby. Ooh. There we go. Who wants a napkin? So let's come up here. We got this well right here. And if we jump into this well, it'll take us to an actual secret spot. I remember playing Dark Souls Remastered, which was the first Dark Souls game I beat. to where there's this well in Firelink Shrine, and someone made a video. Oh, baby dropped her napkin. Where someone made a video that you could like jump down that well and show up at Nido and join his covenant. And that was not true at all. So I never tried jumping down this, because if you jump down the well at Firelink Shrine in Dark Souls Remastered, you just die. But for this well, you jump down and you pop up in here. And this is a mimic. Let's see if we can see it. Let's look for any external clues. There's the teeth right there. Dark leggings, staff of wisdom. Not really that important to us. But yeah, you can grab that. And mimics become quite a bit more common in this game after you get through the starting areas. Even more so after you get through the 4 old ones. You start to encounter quite a few more mimics in the late game. And then if you play New Game Plus, some mimics are spawned in where there were regular chests in just New Game. They got you. They got you with their own trap. Is that what a baby does, or does a baby play with her napkin? Alright, we got a bit of a gank squad coming up. That was a good hit. Let's get baby some water. Thirsty baby's an angry baby. No? There we go. There we go. And baby's happy again. Do you want some more water, baby? Baby thirsty. It's June in the summer in Texas, so it's hot. Because I'm not paying for excessive air conditioning. So we keep the house just a little bit hot. So if you come up here, in New Game, it's just pretty standard. In New Game Plus, in this cliff area right here, the end level boss will actually spawn up and you can try to fight it. I don't know if you can try to kill it or if it will retreat. But yeah, the Duke's Dear Freya in New Game Plus and all new games will pop up right here and try to fight you. And then if you run off that way, which I've done before, it just goes away and you see it again at the end of the game. So now we're entering this like chapel-ish area, and we're going to encounter some spiders. And we're just going to go through it normally at first, and then I'm going to show you a secret that will actually de-aggro the spiders. So we come through here, and we're seeing these spiders just like this. And they aggro normally once we set off a trap that's coming up. So, you see this chest right here? It actually aggroes a trap, or activates a trap. It's like a little siren it sets off. It's a little siren it sets off to make things a little bit harder. And then through here we've got the boss. Right here. That's the boss fog wall for like this mid-level boss. But let's go back here. And let's activate the trap. There's no item to be gained. Opening this chest. Let me try to destroy the chest. I've never actually tried to destroy the chest. No, I want to activate the trap so you guys can see it. So all these spiders that were just chilling, and these aren't necessarily hard to kill, but they were chilling, and now they had come attack us. Now, if we had a torch equipped, they would not mess with us at all. These are like the Dark Seekers in... That's weird. Oh, there's one I missed. These are like the Dark Seekers in No Man's Wharf. Except it's more 100%. Oh, there's an item here. I forgot about this item in here. Heavy bowl. Okay, it's a useless item. No more, I forgot about it. And we have some kind of buff or debuff on us, but there it wore away. So yeah. So after we fight this boss, we are going to have a torch equipped, because the spiders will be with us for the rest of the level, and they will actually spawn in, I believe, infinitely into the main boss fight. So here we have one of the best bosses of the game. Remember that time that we built up the lore into Prowling Magus and his congregation? Neither do I, but now we're here. So, Magus has one health bar, the congregation has another. You could technically consider this like a dual boss fight, because you gotta kill both, but I mean, it's not that special. So yeah, the lore behind Prowling Magus is the devs needed a boss for this area, because they are actually pretty big on mid-level bosses. And they said, why don't we just create this guy called Prowling Magus, and let's put him in here, and let's make it a fairly easy fight, and then you kill him. Now, if you fail to kill him, everyone respawns. Even if you kill him, one resurrects the other. There we go. And we're done with minimal trouble. Right, baby? Are we done with minimal trouble? We get Titanite Slab, which is cool. Is baby happy for our Titanite Slab? And let's head back and let's grab a couple levels. Water. Water for baby.
Bearer of the curse. Seek. Bearer of the curse.
Oh, I didn't want to talk to you
Seek
again.
souls.
And talking to Chloanne,
Well,
I think she gives us
what was it? Since
like a
long
gift if we talk
age
to her
of
enough
maybe.
times.
You see that black? Is he one of?
Okay.
He sort of looks like the poor man, but
And just a point of lore that doesn't really matter is Leningrast is the father of Chloanne, and they literally never go and talk to each other. And there's no explanation for a while.
I was they're a Dane, but it's just these some you know how well each maybe that's why people don't remember much about the past.
Napkin, napkin, napkin. Baby.
You see that?
Nope. We are repeating her dialogue, so we're not getting anything for free. Let's see what she got. Now she doesn't have any
No interest.
crinkling titanite for us. Oh, baby. Do you only want to fight Prowling Magus and Congregation? Is there any way to give a baby more patience? No. Okay, so we'll continue on with the episode minus the baby. This is transitioning from baby souls to dark souls.
On you? Thank you, Kai.
Alright, let's head back. So there's kind of two ways to head through this. There's the long way, that way, and then there's the short way this way. This little city is built into two separate parts. And once you progress past this initial part, there's no coming back without going to the bonfire. So let's go the long way to see it all. Let's light our torch first. Yeah, now that we got this, you gonna aggro on me? You gonna aggro on me? You gonna aggro on me, or am I just gonna stand there? Am I just gonna stand here right in your face and you're not gonna do anything? And of course our torch survived. Nah, we missed it. That's okay. And if you remember back to the Shaded Woods, we set free Ornifex, the blacksmith that looks like a crow warrior from Dark Souls Remastered. She will be found later in this area, kind of in a little bit of a hideaway. So, this is the second part of the area, but we're not done with the first part, so we're not dropping down yet. These spider guys will aggro. Like, if it's half spider, half dude, they don't care necessarily about the torch. They're, I guess, more mentally resilient than just the straight spiders. So let's head back here to the first area, and let's try to make our way down to the ground floor. Now, jumping down here can get a little dangerous. So you see this hole right here. That is death. You get caught in that, you will go down, and I don't know, it's quicksand, which quicksand really doesn't work that way, but let's just say it is. It's quicksand, and it works just like the movies explained it to us. So you want to be careful for that. There's that dude right there who's launching stuff at us. And there's some enemies that just like straight come out at us. So those things hit pretty hard, and they also have a tracking feature. We got invaded too. Let's double up because we're gonna take probably one more hit right here. Ooh, ooh. We want to hide. Double chug. Okay. We're gonna fight you. Try to get you knocked off. Nope, we didn't knock you off. Okay, Vader down. We got the spider. Let's just ignore the spider. He's not going to aggro on us. Who we need to deal with are those guys right there. Did the other mage? Okay, the other mage dropped off. Okay, so here's Ornifex.
Oh, we meet again, kind traveler. This is my weapon. In your tongue.
Alright, I don't even know how we get to him. Okay, there we go. He fell off. We can get to him now.
If you provide a wondrous soul, I will create one thing of your choice. I require no payment this time.
Okay, so she acts as a blacksmith. And we can buy more boss items. So we've got the Makakumo. I forget which boss that comes from. We've got a partisan. No, these aren't boss items. These aren't boss items. Let me see. Trade. Yeah, here we go. Trade. So now we've got the Lost Sinner's Sword. We really...
Come again.
Okay.
If you,
We've got Lost Sinner's Sword, the Iron King Hammer, and the Dragon Slayer Spear. Let's grab the Lost Sinner's Sword and see how that looks on us.
come back again.
So right now, we're doing like 300-ish damage. With the Lost Sinner's Sword, it drops us down to 200, but we haven't upgraded this at all. So let's see how much Petrified Dragon Bones we have and see if we can upgrade this. How many Petrified? 6. So we can upgrade that to +3. Let's look at its moveset real quick. I've never used this weapon before. Let's get away from that. Okay, so this is a more powerful sword, but it swings slower, and it also tends to swing up and down. We're going to upgrade this sword. There are a couple bosses in this game. Okay, I thought it was a game, but that was just a motorcycle driving by. There's a couple bosses in this game which do benefit quite a bit from an up and down swing, as opposed to a side-to-side swing. So, let's upgrade this bad boy to 3.
Come back again if you find another.
And we'll relight our torch in a bit. No real need to do it right now. Oh, and we've got this one room over here to explore. Doesn't open from this side. So that's a bonfire. It's got a key to. I think that key is Questus Pendant. So we're not going to be messing with that. Okay, now these guys are aggro again. Which I don't really matter. And here's a drop-off, so this will trap us right here. We are now stuck on the opposite side. Over here, I don't think there's any of those mage dudes, but there are going to be some enemies that are going to spawn in on us from the ground. Like, they're going to call up out of the ground and attack us. Let's get our torch back. And I guess we'll go life gem only for the rest of this run. That's right, Duke's Deerfray is not that hard of a boss. More of a puzzle boss than a typical boss. I think behind this door is like just this little blast of energy. Yep, there we go. Which I don't know why. Like, that door is not airtight at all. But you destroy that door. There's a way to open it, I believe, just like normally. And you catch the energy blast for reasons that I don't fully understand. It's locked. Yep, okay. Let's move on. We got these hollows working in this pit. These spikes right here damage our weapon, damage our armor, damage our rings. We do want to go out there because there's some useful items out there. But they do damage us. So if you don't see an item on one side, which I don't think there's any items on this side, then there's no need to deal with that guy. So let's deal with these guys. Let's get our items and let's use a repair powder. And if anything pops up as item at risk, we want to... Oh, get out of here. We want to immediately use a repair powder. There we go. So let's look at our items, see how much damage we took. No, not so bad. Not so bad. And we're going to switch back to. We're going to be switching back to this weapon for the boss. But for right now, we're going to switch back to the Dranglaic sword. I just like a weapon that swings just a little bit faster. So we got in here. Clearly this is an area you want to torch in. Alright, so we've got 2 doors right here. Well, technically we got 3. So this door locked. We can get the key after we kill the level boss, and we can come back and grab whatever's in that room. I think it's like a Dark Knight weapon. But let's go through the levels right here. We got a permanently spawned NPC invader. And now we begin our descent down to the area boss. So we'll walk on these spider webs, which were very convenient because we couldn't make that drop without them. And you will pick up like a movement debuff when you're on these, but that's okay. There's nothing really that dangerous here. Giving us lots of torches. Good for you, Dark Souls 2. We don't need them all, but we've got them. So there's several of these guys down the floor. It's actually better to let them come up to you one by one. Thank you for the torch. Okay, I think that's it. So the boss is just behind the door right there. We are going to switch back to our top-down weapon, as opposed to the side-to-side weapon. So this boss has some weird hitboxes, to where if you swing side to side, because this boss has a very limited area that you can hit it. If you swing side to side, you tend to catch one of its like armored areas, and if you swing top to bottom, you tend to dodge the armored areas, and just hit the hitbox. So let's head on through. And we've got the Duke's Dear Freya, which she's supposed to replace Seath the Scaleless. And actually, if you look up, there's like a big dragon that got trapped in her web. So supposedly she killed Seath. And then later in Dark Souls Remaster, we kill Seath. So don't ask me about the lore. So the only place that you can attack her is her head's right here, on side to side. And the way it works best is you just run to one, attack. Okay, we just need to get used to this weapon. That we need to stand a little bit to the right and we swing a little bit to the left. There we go. She's not so hard. We want to keep full health, because she has one attack where she rains down a bunch of her legs on us at once. And that does like 3/4 health. So we do want to stay full. Get out of here. And yeah, this fight takes on a different dynamic if you don't have the torch. Because those little guys will aggro. So yeah, not so hard, just a bit of a puzzle fight. That should have been a hit. Honestly, I think I'm making this harder with this new weapon compared to my old weapon, but we'll stick with it. Like, this weapon just swings too slow for me. Like, slow swinging weapons are more for just random enemies than bosses. In fact, we're gonna switch back. Alright, now we're back in business. That's more usually how this fight goes. Did we just kill a head? I've never seen that before. Alright, one life gem and probably one hit and we're done. Get out of here. And like, how would you predict where those little spikes drop? I don't know. This fight becomes significantly harder when you only have one head to hit. That's right. Let's finish this fight off. And those guys flee. And what's this? Oddly enough for Duke's Dear Freya, it doesn't just give you the soul. You actually need to pick it up. And people can leave it there. Like, they run through and they leave it there. Not that it typically locks you out of Shrine of Winter, but you don't get the soul for whatever boss weapon. And then here's the Duke. He's just chilling here. And he was going to aggro. Like, that was self-defense right there. He was totally going to aggro. And we got another Primal Bonfire. So let's level up, and then we're going to use the Brightstone key to go back to that one area inside the building. So we should have quite a few souls.
Proceed. It is the only... You've been... well... I was... there... but it's just... no interest. You?
And we'll just hold on to the souls. So let's go back and let's see what's in the room, and then we'll end this episode. And this time we're just going to take the fast way back. We're not messing with... let's light a torch. But we're not messing with that first area. So let's come over here. I totally hit that. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. We just gotta hope we can make it through. Let's just get in here. Okay. Getting in there has failed. There we go. So can we close this? Yep, we can close it. Best area in the game, people. Now, don't destroy the door. Close the door. Alright, we have relative safety. We didn't even need to come here. I forget. We wanted to go to the second chapel. Nah, let's go this way. Let's see if we can't kill this guy. One more swipe. Got him. I don't think again this guy. I don't think I can swing this far downward. Nah, nobody's fault. Wonder if this room's got a trap in it. Tough to say. Ha! It's got a trap. You got me, devs. Alright, we got the Black Knight Ultra Greatsword and a Fire Seed. Okay, well let's head back to Majula, and we are going to end the stream. Thanks for watching. Maybe Baby Souls will turn out better at a future date. And we'll see you later.